Hello and good evening. I am Anila Kunapareddi, an English language professor. In our evening series today, 29th of May, our evening series with law students, we start with Pavan. Today, good evening, Pavan. How are you?
Very good evening, ma'am. I'm good, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Good, good. I'm very good. How was the day today?
Yeah, it was good, ma'am. Yeah, I dealt with a client call.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah. Who is going to file a divorce petition?
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
today we had the meeting of that issue. Yeah. Actually, she filed a case in the year of 2013. She have earlier she had different advocates. Now she
2013?
13, ma'am. Yeah. There are different. One is DVC, domestic violence case. The another one is maintenance case. So the judgment also held in the lower court, but his husband went to the high court for the
Oh,
appeal. So
okay.
it's going on, ma'am. So now she approached one of my senior advocate. So now we are going to deal with that
Okay,
case.
okay, okay. I didn't know divorce cases went on for so long.
Yes, ma'am. It's based on their proofs, based on their evidence, what type of.
So in the lower court, it has already been decided, but the husband
No, ma'am.
appealed
It's
and
divorce is not decided. The maintenance amount is decided.
Okay.
Yeah. The both are different issues. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And now the husband has appealed in the higher court.
Appeal on the higher court on the maintenance judgment.
Oh.
The divorce petition and maintenance petition both are filed in the lower courts. Yes, ma'am.
What happens in divorce cases? Do they live separately? Is there judicial separation?
Yes,
or-
ma'am. 1 year. It's in every case. It is the 1 year is the fixed period for the couple who are went to file a petition in the court for the
For
divorce.
divorce.
Yes, ma'am.
But now this is 12 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
So are they living?
The judicial separation also happened in the earlier days. Now it's going on. The trial is going on.
Anyhow, but always somehow the divorce situation doesn't sound very pleasant most
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
time. But then I think in some situations it can be helped.
Yes, ma'am. If
That's
it
a
is
sad
the
story.
judgment happened in the early period, it will helpful for them. They will choose for the some other decisions, whatever they want to do in their
Yes,
lives.
yes. They could go on with their lives.
Yes, ma'am.
Now everything is in a standstill.
They will suffer
Because
mentally also.
Whatever they do, this is there at the back of their minds.
Yes,
And neither of them can go on with their lives.
Yes, ma'am.
Apart from, of course, working or something.
It affects their emotional.
Children are also there?
Yes, ma'am. At the time of she filed children, they are minors. Now they are majors actually.
Oh.
This is a different system in the our society, ma'am. She filed in the when their children are minors. She filed for the major maintenance. Her husband went to the appeal. Now the children are majors.
Major.
So we need to see how court will see.
Yes.
If the minors, the maintenance is compulsory, but now they are majors.
But all these years she did not receive any maintenance.
Yes, ma'am. She is receiving.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Some maintenance she is getting.
Yes, ma'am. Some amount, not is
But
fully
not-
declared by the lower court.
That's a sad story.
Yes.
There was, okay, that's of course from a legal point of view. On last Sunday, I went to one of these public speaking events. You
Okay,
know.
ma'am.
So there's something called Toastmasters. Have you ever heard of it or been to it?
No, sorry, ma'am.
So Toastmasters International is an international organization. Its headquarters are somewhere in US, but they are basically meant for public speaking, for people to develop their public speaking skills.
Okay.
And because you might see that people who otherwise speak well before 1 or 2 people, but as soon as they come to, if they're asked to speak before 10 people or 50 people, they get very nervous.
Yes,
They can't speak in public
Yes.
because they're scared as to how they will be appreciated or not, or whether they'll forget or something or the other. So public speaking is something which is very important.
Yes, ma'am.
And if one is able to speak with confidence before even a small group of people, let's say 10 people, that itself builds his or her confidence so much.
Yes, ma'am.
So Toastmasters is a very famous organization in Hyderabad also. I think there are about 8 to 10 different places where twice a month, I think, they have these sessions for 2 hours or 3 hours, and members come there, and guests can also go if they wish once a few times.
Okay, ma'am.
So there's a yearly fee, I think, or people who sometimes people go as guests and then they just pay a little amount or something like that. So there I found I was very impressed because people speak on small topics, any topic. They introduce themselves and then they speak on small topics. Then there are other people who are members who take up different roles. Some of them are looking into time, some of them are examining the grammar, grammatical points, the key points, and so many other things. And then they give feedback at the end of it. So that really helps people to improve their public speaking skills. Apart from improving their grammar and English overall, English speaking. But it's not just, it's public speaking, and they also say that we build up leadership skills.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's a few important things there. If you get the opportunity, I think you should definitely go
Definitely,
and attend one of these sessions. And if you like it, of course, you can maybe go more often. So what do you think, Pawan, are the most important aspects when you speak in public? Whether you speak in class before 20 people, 30 people,
Yes,
or whether you speak before anybody.
Yeah, ma'am. The articulation is very important thing when we are going to speak about a large number of people or a little group, whatever it is. The articulation of the topic, what we are going to, what we are want to express the thing, how we are communicate in the easier way. That needs to be touch their hearts, or it needs to be touch their thoughts. Yeah. First, we need to understand the what type of audience there.
That, of course, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So based on that, we can.
Sometimes, most of the times, you might know your audience.
Yes,
Let's say if people sometimes speak in their own offices, or like you were saying, in a court. Court is the general public, the judge and the other lawyers, and somebody who is involved with the case.
Yes,
they'll be there. So, and most of the times, in some places you might not know your audience, but otherwise, I think generally you might know your audience.
Most of the times, we know.
So you think articulation of your ideas is very important?
Yes, ma'am. That is the most effective thing.
So you think a voice should be carrying, carry in the sense that should people speak softly, or do you think they should speak very loudly and scream, or how should they be speaking?
It's based on the item, ma'am. Sometimes we need to read slow. Sometimes when we are want to express any specific word, a specific thing, that time we need to be something
louder.
Something louder. Yeah.
So, do you think people should also, when you're talking to the public, eye contact is also important?
Yes, ma'am.
Try to maintain some contact with people.
Yes.
Some people at least. Let's say if there are 50 people, you can't maintain eye contact with everyone. Just at least try to take somebody in the center, somebody in the side, somebody in the other side, and try to maintain some eye contact with them.
That is the significance of the confidence if we look like that.
Yes, it looks like we are speaking to them.
Yes,
they also feel connected to
yes.
you. If you look somewhere else, so the audience might not connect with you so well. Facial expression, is that important?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Whenever we need to be look at strict, or sometimes we need to be look at smiley.
Depending on
the
what
situation.
we are speaking
Yes,
about.
based on the situation. If any saddest thing we are going to, we are sharing at the time.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. If any happy moment we are sharing. Yes, ma'am.
So there should be some expression on the face.
Expressions are absolutely important.
What about hand movements? Are they important?
Yes,
People when they are generally when people are speaking, they are obviously standing. They can't be sitting in a public speech. So are hand gestures important?
Ma'am, I can't say like that it is a specific exactly important, but it's important for someone. Some people,
not throughout, but yes, once in a while people should use their hands too. What happens when we use our hands is to emphasize a certain point.
Yes,
that this is this and this is that. We need not use our hand gestures all the time, but off and on we should use hand gestures.
Yes,
so apart from knowing the content very well, these three things are also very important, and these combined things are called body language in a way. So this is the body language which comprises of facial expressions, hand gestures, eye contact everything. So these kind of things are important. All right, so we were also looking at continuous and past continuous. Yes, we looked at some of them yesterday. Perhaps we can look at some more today. Could you look at number 17 and carry on from there?
While I washed the dishes, my sister was cleaning the room. While I washed the dishes, my sister was cleaning the room. While I was washing the dishes, my sister was cleaning the room. While I am washing the dishes, my sister was cleaning the room.
So these are all past tense.
Yes.
No? Simple, you either fill simple past or past continuous. There are two things happening.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the two things happening?
Yeah, one is saying about myself. Yeah.
So he was doing something.
Yes, ma'am.
That person is doing something while something else was going on.
Same. Both two things happening at the same time.
So this will be?
While I was washing the dishes, my sister was cleaning the room.
Yes. So this is past continuous.
Yes, ma'am. Past continuous.
Two things were happening while my sister was cleaning the room, and while she was doing that, I was washing the dishes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good.
They go to the concert last Saturday. They went to the concert last Saturday. They were going to the concert last Saturday. They are going to concert last Saturday. They went to the concert last Saturday.
Concert, yes. They went to the concert last Saturday. So it's a simple past tense.
Yeah.
Okay.
She cooks when her friend arrived at the house. She cooked when her friend arrived at the house. She was cooking when her friend arrived at the house. She is cooking when her friend arrived at the house. She was cooking when her friend arrived at the house.
Yes. So two things going on.
Yes,
she was cooking. This action was going on while her friend came.
Yes,
arrived at her place.
Yes,
okay.
We had a great time at the beach yesterday. We had a great time at the beach yesterday. We were having a great time at the beach yesterday. We are having a great time at the beach yesterday. We have a great time at the beach yesterday.
Yes. Okay. Simple past.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
We had a great time.
Any other question, ma'am?
Yes, finish it. Yeah.
It's 20 completed, ma'am.
Oh, you completed 20.
Yeah.
Then it's okay. So these were some simple past and past continuous. All right. So there was one sentence game which also we were looking at yesterday, and I think we did word building yesterday, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So there was another game activity which I started with the other student. So today I'll start it with you. So this is more like a sentence. I'll call out a sentence, you take up the last word, and maybe you can start a sentence with that last word. So this picture is a beautiful one. You can take the last word.
One.
Yes.
Yeah. One is the starting number of the numbers.
Okay. All right. Numbers are very important in our daily lives because we are counting all the time. So you can start with time.
Time.
Anything with time? Time
Yeah,
is a common word.
Yeah, ma'am. Time is going day by day. Going by day by day.
Day by day time goes, of course. Actually, it goes minute by minute, second by second. So you can say time seems to be flying.
Yes.
A lot of people say that. The year started, 2025 started, now it's already middle of the year. So a lot of people say that time is flying so fast. Time passes by so fast. So anything like that, you can say that. So what's, say the sentence so that I'll form the next sentence.
Time is essential for while studying.
Okay. Studying hard definitely fetches good results. You can use
Results are recently declared by the Telangana State Higher Education Council.
Okay. The council is very efficient in Telangana. I started the because I
Yes, ma'am.
can't start a sentence with council.
Telangana government recently instituted a Bharati Act.
All acts should be act fast or you will miss the bus. So I have taken act as a verb.
Yes.
Act fast. And you talked about it as a noun. Bharati act. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So the same word can be a noun or it can be a verb also.
Yes, ma'am. So the word bus. Bus came late today.
Okay. Today I forgot to do my homework.
Homework is the homework plays a crucial role in the education system.
Yes. Fine. So this was, I think, we've had some interaction of sentences. All right. So this is the way we build up sentences. It's we should be ready to come out with sentences. That's what I was saying. So like we did yesterday word building, today we did some sentence building. And we should be ready to come up with some sentence or the other which makes sense. All right. So that is the idea. There are a lot of other activities, around sentences. So we'll later in the next classes we'll do some of those as well. All right. We can look at some pictures as well. There are, okay. So this is a little picture showing a few things. So Pavan will talk about the picture. Now Pavan, before you describe a picture, just tell us where do you think it is? Where it is, whether it's city, town, village, whatever.
It is in a village.
And just give a general, first broad lines about the sentence, some sentences about the sentence, the picture, and then go into details.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. It is a village picture, ma'am.
The picture of a village?
Picture of a village. There are many trees. Maybe it is a farmhouse also, ma'am.
There is a farmhouse?
Yes, ma'am. There is a farmhouse. Yeah, ma'am. The picture is contains about the farmhouse picture, ma'am. Yeah. There are many trees in the farmland area. There are some birds.
Birds.
Birds, ma'am. There are some birds on the trees. There is a one boy who wore a.
There is a boy.
There is a boy who wore a red shirt and green shirt, green pant, green shirt, ma'am. Actually, he is trying to catch the birds. Actually, ma'am.
How is he doing it?
Yeah, he is using some. I don't know exactly what it is named.
It's a catapult.
Yeah, catapult.
Catapult.
Yeah, he is using catapult.
He's using a catapult to do what?
Yeah, ma'am. To beat the birds actually.
Hit the birds.
To hit the birds.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Sadist. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Naughty fellow.
Yeah.
Or do you think he's trying to get some fruit from in the tree?
No, ma'am. I think he is trying to hit the bird only.
Birds.
There are
Okay.
no fruits are
Can be seen. No?
can be seen.
Mhm. So he's
I-
trying to hit a
Yes, ma'am.
bird with a catapult.
Here the tree is not a fruit tree actually. I think it's a forest tree, something which is not gives fruits. Yeah, ma'am. Here there is a one house. We can call it as a farmhouse. Mm,
There is a house. I can see a house, or it looks like a farmhouse to me.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, there are some huts also there.
Huts also.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. There are different type of trees here.
All right.
Nothing else, ma'am.
So I think we have covered everything. So that naughty boy is trying to hit a bird with this catapult. And obviously he's got a stone or something with which he's trying to hit the bird. Okay. So catapult is also there. That's a word which is what we learnt in physics also. All right. So before we go into anything else, we could look at some topics.
Yeah, talk about any film that you liked very much. Why?
So before you start, I would like to say that when you talk about a film, talk about it completely, not just the story. When you talk about a film, what is it about? Director, screenplay, or the story, acting. Every feature has to be covered when you speak about something like a film.
Yeah, ma'am, I will talk about the movie which is I like. Yeah, it's Pilla Jamindar. Movie name is.
Okay.
The movie actor is Nani. Yeah, ma'am. The movie deals about the educational system. How educational system plays a important role in the system and the society. Yeah, ma'am. In the movie, we can see the both type of characters of the hero. In the first character, he is from some elite family who don't value the educational system and the teachers or lecturers.
Yeah. Who doesn't value?
Who doesn't value the educational system? Who don't care about the education? Who doesn't care about the education? He always felt like that it is not a matter of the education. In the other part, we can see the drastical change of the hero who understands the value of the education. That is the main thing in the movie, and the relationships of the friends and the surrounding people and the service concept, what we need to give to the society. Yeah, that is the 2-3 major things covered in this movie, ma'am.
So you talked about the name of the film. Now you have to give me the explanation in English. What does it mean? What does Pilla Jamindar mean?
Yeah, ma'am, we can consider it as a child ruler.
Jamindar is a landlord.
Yeah.
So Pilla means a child, yes.
Child.
Or who was not mature enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
So this character, was he a landlord, a son of a landlord? What was he?
Yes, ma'am. Who does not care about the other things? Who always feels like that? Who cares about those things? Like that, ma'am.
So who is the director of the film, and did you like the acting, direction? What is it?
Yeah, no, concept. What he want to deliver. Actually, that is the concept I like to know actually. Yeah.
Who is the director of the film?
I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't know exactly.
Yes. Okay, that was good. And so when we speak about a film, we should always, know the director, because obviously the director plays a very important role in any film.
Yes,
and the actors, we see the actors, but then the effort which goes into the making of the film is by the director. Of course, producer also funds the film. That's very important. But it's the director's idea basically, and how he gets the work done, how he directs everybody to put in their best for the film. And of course, songs are also there. In Indian films, there's always music. So, songs are always there. And that's again, a music director is always there. That's also important. So all this, it's a combined effort. It's not just the hero. Just because somebody is a big actor, people go to see him. If the story is bad, people might not go to see the film.
Yes, ma'am.
So the story has to be good, the direction has to be good, all the actors have to do their work well, and that's how it is. And music, of course, if it's good music, people will enjoy.
Yes, ma'am.
So when we talk about a film, the complete picture has to come. And when you talk about particularly a name which is in the local language, you have to explain it in English also.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. So that was good. Yes, I've heard about the film and I've seen it also. And it shows, I think, the first he was hated by the whole village.
Yes, ma'am.
That character, the main character Nani, because of his behavior. And later, how he changed himself, and then became, everybody started liking him. So that's a great change for
Yes,
anybody to undergo, actually. All right. So we have done some picture reading. We will now look at some words. Okay, so there is something here.
Evening downpour drenches city. Yeah, ma'am.
So what's the meaning of the whole thing?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Here I think it is the topic about the heavy rains in the city. Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Downpour.
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 Downpour refers to?
Heavy rain.
Rain. Okay.
Heavy rain. Ma'am. Drenches means the drainages.
Drenches is when you get wet, it's drenched.
Yeah.
If I'm wet, I'll say I'm drenched. So that's another word for getting wet. So it drenches the city. Now the entire city is got drenched because of the sudden evening downpour.
Because of the heavy rains, the entire city was in the wet condition.
Yes. So it all, completely wet, and of course waterlogging, everything was happening.
Yes,
People are getting wet, everything was getting wet. And so it drenches the city. So drenches is another word for getting wet, and we can use it in our day-to-day language. I'm drenched, or I'm completely drenched means I'm completely wet from top to bottom, that way. Okay, next.
Be vigilant, says CM. Here the vigilant means be specific, ma'am. Necessary.
Specific in what way? Why would the CM tell the people to be specific? You can read the first few lines if you wish.
Revanth Reddy has instructed all officials concerned to be vigilant and take the necessary measure to prevent any accident or damages due to incessant rains.
Incessant is continuous rains.
Continuous rains.
So a lot
be
of
alert,
accidents happen.
like alert.
Yes, alert. Be vigilant is something the government people have to do, because just recently we read about somebody getting electroculated because a live wire fell on her. So this happens, and many accidents like that. People fall into drains, and sometimes they get washed away also. So many accidents happen, and people. So that he's asked the government or the GHMC to be alert.
Yes, ma'am.
So that such accidents don't happen. Okay. And if people are not vigilant, I think the government is not vigilant, so it gets very difficult in a big city like this, because the water logging happens, because of the way Hyderabad is located. The water from the higher altitude comes down to the lower altitude, and then it's sort of stuck there.
Yes, ma'am.
It doesn't move. Because it's a plateau region, I think, you have places like Jubilee Hills or some other Banjara Hills, and you find water flowing from the top, from the higher altitude to the lower altitude.
Yes.
And a lot of areas get waterlogged, and that becomes very difficult for people. All over the city, the same problem happens. All right. So we have done a few activities today, and you've also done verbs. All right then. Would you like to speak about anything else today? All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. So the second law student for today is Swapna. And good evening, Swapna.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, how are you doing?
I am doing great.
How was the
What
day?
about you, ma'am?
I'm doing well too. Relaxing a bit.
Okay.
So how was the day?
Yeah, it's good.
I was talking about a public event called Toastmasters, which have you attended any of those?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I attend once in my lifetime.
Once in a lifetime, great. So I was talking about it with Pavan also.
Yeah.
So do you think how did you feel when you attended the Life Toastmasters, an event with Toastmasters?
Yeah. My husband took me there. Took me there. That time, I feel great to see all those people because they are very well speaking in English without any mistakes, and they are saying some stories about their personal life and their office life, their normal work life, and it is very good platform to learn better English and to avoid the stage fear also.
Yes, because it's a public speaking initiative. First of all, Toastmasters International is mainly for people to learn to speak in public with confidence.
Yes.
Of course, it's conducted in English, that's a different thing. But apart from learning English, the main idea is people should be confident enough to speak in public. And as you know, people, very good speakers, when they speak before 2 or 3 people or 5 people, they speak okay. But when you put them before 20, 30 people or 50 people, they get nervous.
Yes.
So that's called stage fear. Even if you don't climb onto the stage, they still call it stage fear, that to speak before a little gathering.
Yeah.
So that is important. That Toastmasters International is doing a lot
as far as platform to the upcoming students to avoid the stage fear.
Yes. So they build up their confidence, and of course there are a lot of roles which people take up. Some are grammarians, some are time. Some people look at the time.
Yeah.
So they're all members there, and it's a great thing. So you think public speaking, what does it need basically? To be a good public speaker, what do we need? What are the qualities some people need?
We have good communication skills first. Next, we have some courage to speak before that crowd. Public speaking means we speak before so many people. So we have that courage.
It could be before 20, 30 people also.
20, 30
could
people
be before
also.
500 people
sometimes
also.
we speak more than 20, 30 people.
Yes.
Then we want some courage to speak without fear.
So do you feel that when somebody is standing on the stage, then he or she should also maintain some eye contact with the listeners?
Yeah, yes. Then only the speaker knows if the audience are listening the speech of them or not, or they are feeling bored while she or he is speaking the content.
What else does it do when you maintain eye contact with the people in the audience?
Ma'am, sorry?
What else? When you maintain eye contact, let's say if there are 50 people, you can't look into everybody's eyes. You can look at somebody in the center, some people on the side, and some people on the right side.
Yes.
So that way it looks as if you're maintaining eye contact. And so it's also to establish that contact with the audience. If you look somewhere else and speak to the audience, they might not feel so connected.
Yes. People also feel bored. He is seeing somewhere.
The connection does not happen. Even if you're speaking something good, something valuable, the connection might not happen. So eye contact is important.
Yes, ma'am.
At least from time to time. You look at somebody in the center, somebody in the side, somebody in this. So then it looks, obviously you can't, if there are 100 people sitting, you can't maintain eye contact with everyone.
Yes.
So just look at the center, sides, and it looks, and then maintain that eye contact. So from time to time, if you do that, that's good. Facial expression is important?
Yeah, it's very important because your face is very angry or very sad or without any expression you are speaking something, the audience they don't want to see your face and they don't interest to listen what you are saying.
Yes, they don't get
So
interested.
if you maintain some good facial expressions, then the conversation,
Depending on the content,
yeah,
I think.
yes, yes, depending on the context, we maintain some facial expressions.
If it's something funny you're saying, okay, you
Yeah,
can
then
look
we
smiling
laugh,
also.
yeah, with a smile.
And if it's something sad or and something else you're speaking, you
Maintain
should have some facial expression.
Yeah, but
And-
every time only one facial expression, it is not good.
Yes, that would
It
become
won't
boring.
work. Yeah.
That would become monotonous, as they say.
Yes.
So keep the change. And again, a little bit of hand gestures are also important.
Yes.
I think we cannot just keep our hands on our sides. So we, some time to time, to emphasize what we are saying, we might, use hand gestures also.
Yes.
All right. So this was something about Toastmasters and public speaking in general, because the more I speak, the more confident I become when I speak in public. And the nervousness that comes when I might have 10 different ideas to speak about, but if I'm nervous, I cannot convey those ideas to the public.
Yes.
And the public doesn't understand. If I have something in myself, if I keep it within myself, how will the public understand?
Yes.
So that's the thing is, our good ideas, our good thoughts should be conveyed to the public in the best possible way. So for that our language is important, ideas, most of the important is ideas, then our language, then the way we convey our thoughts, as I said, body language, eye contact, facial expression and all that. And of course everything, that's most of it is around that only.
Yes.
People respond when we speak
When
in
I
the best
attend,
possible way.
I learn some words and some phrases. They start with one word and one phrase every time when it's their
It's an activity.
yeah, it's their custom from starting.
Do they say thank you or something?
Yeah, ma'am.
Do they say thank you to the person who is
No,
finished?
just they started with one word and one phrase. It helps to the students, somebody who came attend to that session. They remind that word and that phrase to use their daily life.
Yeah.
And they give some table topics.
Yes. Yes, I have been to one or two, and I remember I wish I could go more times,
Yes.
but sometimes it doesn't.
It is great platform to learn English and to avoid the fear of public.
Basically, public speaking.
Yes.
The English is, of course, part of it's a part of the package, definitely. But the main idea is to become confident public speakers.
Yes.
And of course, it is conducted in English, so we speak in English. That's a different thing. All right. Okay, so I was also interested in the kind of films we people see. Now we get to see so many films, not just in theaters. We see them on television, OTT platforms. So people can see films from all over the world. So what do you think is the most important thing in any film?
In any film, based on the story, some films have some ghost type stories, some films have some romantic stories, some films have some comedy scenes.
Comedy.
I like some romantic and some comedy, both mixed films. I don't like crime films or horror films.
Okay.
Recently, me and my husband plan to watch Varsham re-release movie, but it's not playing near our home and theaters. So me and my husband watched it in
Television?
TV. Yeah, television.
So was it a good one?
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that movie.
So was it a romantic film or what is it?
Yeah, it's romantic movie.
So when we see films, it's a combined package, as I was saying.
It's a romantic and action movie.
Film
it's not
is-
only romantic, it's a romantic and action.
Action also. So the hero gets into fights with other people and
Yes,
he's
with
an action hero.
Prabhas fights with Gopi Chen.
Okay. Yes, so that was a part of it. So what do you think when somebody makes a film? It's a complete, so many aspects come into it. What are the things that make a film a good film? It's a effort of hundreds of people, but
Yeah.
there are a few main people who.
It's mainly depend on the hero and the heroine, because the audience go to the theater to watch their favorite hero or heroine first. Later it's depend on story, how they narrate the story from start to end, starting to end.
So, do you think actors, people watch the story, the film, for a, if they know, if they like the hero or the heroine, let's say.
Yeah.
But if the story is bad, do you think more people would go to see the film?
No.
So do you
Only
think-
their fans will see the movie.
Sometimes we have heard of very big famous actors and their films don't do well.
Yes.
So do you, again, if the story is not too good,
Yeah.
then the word travels through word of mouth.
Yes.
The story is hopeless. Then people stop going.
Yeah, that's only
First
I'm
few
saying.
days,
Only story and actors are the
Actors important.
important.
And even if the story is very good, if the director is not so good,
Yeah.
if the way the director
Narrate the story.
directs the actors, directs the whole thing,
Yes.
everything, the photography, everything is the director's hard work. It's his creation basically. So if that doesn't come together very well, then also it makes a difference. They say, oh my God, the direction was so bad.
Yes.
This is what happened, this is what happened. We didn't like it. And of course, in Indian films, music is also very important.
Yeah.
So people go for music also. That's one thing. And actors, if they're good actors, they really do justice to the role. If the story is good, if the character is good, the film comes out very well.
Yes.
And of course, producers are the main also because they finance the film.
Yeah. Yes.
If there's no
They
producer,
are producers, directors. They are the behind the camera. Actor
Actors are
and
behind the
actors are the.
but
front
now
of the
people
camera.
know that directors are very important. The
Yeah.
job of a director is very
Yes.
That's why Rajamouli is so famous now.
Yes, for his
He
direction.
remains behind the camera, but he's now
Yeah,
become world
yeah,
famous.
yes,
So there are a lot of famous actors, directors like that.
Yeah. The greatness of Rajamouli, he did 9 or 10 films. All those films are blockbusters.
That's something very great, actually. And though he did such few films, all his films are hits, and they're talked about all over the country, all over the world in a way.
Yes.
So, yes. We will look at some, yesterday we did some sentence building also.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Let's look at some storytelling now. We'll build upon a story. I think we have done this activity, but let's try. Okay, before that I'll do another activity. All right. So we'll do some picture reading and then we'll look at a storytelling. This is the picture, and Swapna is going to talk about it now. So when you say, don't just start with the characters, first tell us what the scene is all about, and then go one by one into all the characters, everything you see.
In this picture, I saw.
What's this picture about?
Yeah, okay. In this picture is about a village style environment, and in this picture, I observed that one house and a small hut behind the house, and in the house, not in the house, above the house there is another small hut, and many trees are around the house, and two boys are serving some seeds or grains to the feeding seeds to some birds like pigeons or parrots. It's not clearly visible, but
birds.
Yeah, some birds, and some bushes also there, both sides of the footpath of that house, and some birds are flying in the sky, and behind the house there is a fence. Above the fence there is some coconut trees in the other
Above
land.
the fence or behind the fence?
Behind the fence there is some coconut trees in
Some,
others.
there are some.
There are some coconut trees in others land. Yeah.
So how does the scene look like?
It's look like
Does it look like you said of course it's a village environment. So
Yeah.
does it look calm and quiet, that
yeah,
kind of
it's
thing?
yes, it's look like calm and quiet and very peaceful atmosphere.
How old are those boys?
I think they are 8 to 10 years old.
One boy is feeding the pigeons, the
And
other boy
another
is
boy
looking.
is looking how they are eating.
Anyhow, that's a lovely picture of children feeding pigeons or some birds.
Yeah.
Tranquil. You know, when we say it's a calm and quiet scene, we say they use the word tranquil. It looks so tranquil, calm, quiet, peaceful. Yeah, and since we live in cities, we know how crowded it is most of the time. And you can hear the traffic and you
Yeah.
can hear people, various sounds and all that. Now in this scene, looks like a complete contrast.
Yes.
It's so quiet.
I want to share you something. By seeing this picture, I remember that incident. Before 1 week, me and my husband went to my
week ago.
hometown, my village. There, when I stay here, I listen all these traffic sounds and I feel very headache like that.
Disturbed.
Very disturbed. And I went to my village and I sleep at terrace with my mom and dad
On the terrace.
on the terrace. Then at around early morning 5 to 6 a.m. all the birds are doing sounds like I feel
Chirping.
that sound is so annoying. What is this? Suddenly village also change like city. That sounds like loudspeaker they are doing sounds like that.
Singing away, chirping.
Yeah,
They are chirping, basically.
one side koel is singing the songs, another side some birds are doing some sounds.
Chirping.
I feel what happened here also. What is this sound?
And I'm sure they'll start early in the morning, 5
Yeah.
to 6.
Yes,
when
5 to 6.
They are awake.
That time. Yes.
So you felt that, okay, city is better, maybe at least we can sleep inside somewhere. Away from the sound. If you close all the windows
what I
and the
feel
doors.
before I stayed in the city, I think village is so quiet. When I am staying in the city, my village is so quiet. What is this traffic sounds? But later, now I realize, okay, in village that sound is different. In
sounds.
city, these sounds are different.
Maybe you hear more nature sounds.
Yeah, nature sounds.
In the villages.
Yes.
So then people, I suppose, do get up early in the village.
Yeah.
And they maybe sleep early in the night
Yes.
also.
Yes. Because here we have nighttime some traffic sounds. So and city culture is different than village. They stay long at night, but in village they sleep early, like 9 to 10 they sleep.
City culture is different because people also work in
Yeah.
shifts and some
Yes,
people
yes.
come do the night shift.
Yes.
The night shift is of course throughout the night, and they have something called an afternoon shift, which is between 2 to 10,
Yes.
2 p.m. to 10 o'clock. So after 10 they come home. So obviously the people throughout the night you can see people. Okay, so let's see, there are topics here, maybe you can speak. What
Talk
is it?
about a gift you received which you value very much.
Okay. And is there a why also?
Why? There is no why, but just it's a talk
Okay, fine.
talk about a gift you received which you value very much. Okay. Okay.
I think it can be fictitious also.
Yeah.
May not be true stories.
Yeah, I had
It's okay.
true story. Okay, I'll talk about it. When I newly married, when I was newly married, I stay with my in-laws. I and my husband stay with my in-laws. Then me and my mother-in-law We both are very close. We go to many shoppings on the first days of my marriage. Some more people they go with their husband, but in my life I went with with my mother-in-law, and there my mother-in-law buy many clothes and some special jewelry to me. This is the one first my mother-in-law bought for me. From the day onwards I am wearing this without missing. Where I go, it will come with me. It is very special to me because she buy with great love and affection towards me. So I feel happy to wear this. And when I see this, I feel some proud also, because in the early days of marriage, many in-laws I don't know how they treat, but my mother-in-law treat me very well and great. So I feel happy for those days and gifts. Yeah, that's it, ma'am.
That's it. Okay, that was good. Um, so that gift which is you feel is valuable
Yeah.
to you.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So I think always in our lives we always have some gift which remains with us.
Yes.
We might have received many gifts, but some gifts I think remain with us because of the fact that okay, a lot of thought went behind it, or it was given with a lot of love and affection.
Yeah, I had one more story with the gift only. When I was when I was studying 7th or 8th, I don't remember the exact time. Before that, I asked my uncle, my mom's brother, I asked my uncle, I want watch. Those days it was very special to the children, because some stripe watches, some color stripe watches are there in the market. I asked that watch, but my uncle bought me some branded watch. After the marriage of after his marriage, my uncle and my aunt bought that watch, and they surprised me in the night time when there is no power in villages. There is power cuts on those days. When there is no power, they show me in the candle light. Nandu, this is the gift for you. You asking, no? So I bought for you. Take this. That also is very memorable gift to me, because in that small age, everyone, my friends are keeping that watches, striped watches, but my uncle bring for me branded watch. I used that watch till my graduation. Later it's in home. Now also there, but it's in my home.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's also very memorable gift to me.
All right. So okay, let's do a little story only. We'll start with an extempore thing. You just say any sentence. Let's see if we can carry it on. You say one sentence, I'll say one, and we'll try to build a story based on that. So give me any sentence. I'll see if I can follow it up.
You give me, ma'am.
It was raining heavily when I came in about an hour ago.
I made for you pakoras to eat in the rainy days.
Well, let's not say you. We can just say it like this. It was raining heavily an hour ago. Okay. From there you continue. Not with you, nothing. Just like a story.
Children are stuck in the traffic on the road.
I saw. Okay.
Due to
Lot
heavy
of children
rains.
were stuck. Only children were stuck. Okay. Let me continue. Fine. Yes, school children were stuck because they were walking home from school, and they were absolutely drenched.
Yes.
And they tried to take shelter under some bus stop.
Bus stop.
So I could see there were a lot of children there. So yes, continue.
Yes. And it rains like cats and dogs. So they are waiting for uh, too many, they are waiting for from long time in the bus station.
It was raining cats and dogs, and the children had to wait in the bus stop for almost an hour.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yes.
Soon their parents came looking for them.
Yeah.
And the mothers came with umbrellas in their hands because they were worried about their children. So the mothers came with umbrellas in their hands and they were walking towards the school. But on the way, they saw this bus stop and they saw that their children, 2 or 3 women were there and their children were standing there.
Yeah.
So the children greeted the mothers with a lot of joy, and the mothers were also happy to see the children there.
Yeah. After the mothers came to the bus stand, because of it's raining like cats and dogs, they also stuck in the bus stand, and and they are waiting to stop the rain.
For the rain to stop.
Yes, to go to their homes safely with their children.
And again, it's on the roads also, there was so much of water flowing.
Yeah.
Because as you know, the roads in Hyderabad are like that. So that was the water was flowing with a lot of force, and people were scared to put their walk on the road where the water was flowing because
Yeah.
they don't know how deep the water was.
Yes.
For one thing,
And sometimes there is the open.
there might be
potholes.
some potholes
Yes.
on the road, so that becomes scary.
Yeah.
So cars were going slowly also, and two-wheelers were also stuck here and there because the two-wheeler riders they were getting wet, so they also tried to take shelter under the metro pillars, metro bridge, and people were trying to take shelter wherever they could, and they were waiting for more than an hour.
Yes.
Almost. So this is what happened. Eventually, around 5:30, the rain, lessened. It did not stop completely, but it decreased in intensity.
Yeah. Then some actors stuck in the traffic, and he has the appointment to attend some meeting in the Taj Banjara. So he came down from his own car and he took some lift from the motorcycle of others, and he went there.
Okay. Did he take a lift from the opposite direction, or what did he do? He
Yeah.
crossed over to the other side?
Yes. Because there is a signal, so it's heavy traffic. There is no time to. I think there is no time to.
So the actor had to
Attend that
do
meeting.
this.
Yeah.
Okay. Good thing for the actor.
Yes.
And
And
because
that,
it was
that
raining.
two-wheeler person is shocked because he's the actor. He want
He's asking
to.
for a lift on a two-wheeler.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting thing. I'm sure a lot of people would have taken their mobiles out to
Yeah.
take photos.
Yes.
All right, so it all ended well in the sense that after half an hour the rain had completely stopped. So, but this went on for more than 2 hours,
Yeah.
and people started moving. They were out on the roads. The little children and their mothers went home fast.
Yes.
And then in the same way, all the office goers and all the other people also tried to go home as fast as they could.
Yes.
So that was the end of this rainy afternoon, story of the rainy afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
fine.
great.
So we have created a story for ourselves. Now, Swapna, why don't you give the story a name?
Story and name.
Mm.
Yeah, already you given no. It's afternoon raining,
A rainy afternoon.
rainy afternoon.
So I remember when we were children, we were always asked to make, when we were kids, 10 years old, 11 years old, talk about a rainy day.
Okay.
So we were made to write essays on that. So now the story that we have created is all about a rainy afternoon.
Afternoon.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened in the city?
Yes.
What happened to the children, everybody?
Yes.
Fine. So this was a great thing. We have done a lot of exercises today. Story building is important, and film, what is required for public speaking and what goes into making a film. If you wish, you can talk about some good film that really impressed you. Of course, you did talk about some film. Would you like to talk about any film which really particularly impressed you in your lifetime?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. the movie called Republic. The hero is Sai Dharm Tej. Uh, he he acted fabulously in that movie. Like he acted real collector, and I like that movie because the director shows everything in real sense.
It's based on a real life story? Is it based
Yeah,
on
it's
a true story?
yes, not by a single person. It's based on so many lives, like some IAS, IPS, the people who are doing their jobs good and well without any corruption. Some people are losing their lives because of the pressures, and somebody murdered them, somebody killed, and politicians.
That's a sad, very sad story.
Yeah,
So
based on that, the director take the picture, and it is very true to see. Because in that movie, the director shows how the UPSC board take the interviews from the aspirants of the candidates, and how the candidates feel when they go to the interview board, and how they answer to the questions. All those are very good. And the director says some points also, like legislation, execution, and judiciary. It's all about the society, how society runs, how the constitution made. All those things are shown in that film. Yeah, I like that film very very well.
that's good. That's good. Well, okay. So that was a nice conversation that we had, Swapna. And let's hope we carry on and use more and more beautiful words. You have used quite a few good words today, and you made sentences, and you actually made more than half the story. So let's hope we can take it up again in the next classes as well. All the best for you, and
thank you for this opportunity, ma'am.
Thank you very much. So today we have a third student of law student. That's Prithviraj. Good evening, Prithviraj.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing good too. Thanks for asking. How was the day today, Prithvi?
Well, I had a bad night of sleep, so it was a little erratic during the day. And somebody was, I tried to catch a nap here and there, but it was not possible because somebody was calling and I couldn't not answer those calls, so it was a challenge there, but otherwise quite okay. I got some work done.
Yes, that's good. So we were also talking about, like today I thought I'd take up public speaking, and I did so with the other two law students also. So what do you think about public speaking, and have you heard of any particular organization which caters to public speaking?
Yes, so I believe public speaking is essential, primarily because if you don't speak in public, there is no way you can make a name for yourself or get known to a large number of people.
Yes.
So for example, I was at a law students convention late last year, I think in November or December of last year. And at the end, near the fag end of the session, about 1 hour left to go, around 3:30 or 4 o'clock, they said, students who want to come and talk, you can say something. And so I volunteered and I went to the stage.
That's good.
Once I volunteered and went to the stage, I started speaking. I spoke for about 5 minutes or so. But then everybody got to know me, and then I made some good relationships with lawyers, senior people who would otherwise have not known what I was.
Yes.
And those relationships actually worked out in different ways after that. So I'm glad I did. I'm glad I went I went the extra mile, and I went and spoke there. So I'm glad I did that. And furthermore,
so you took the opportunity when it was given to you. It was given to all students, but you took the opportunity.
You must seize it when it comes
Yes.
about. You will not always get opportunities.
Yes.
And when they do arrive, you need to be ready and proactive so that you seize them.
So what was it that you spoke about for those 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever?
I spoke about law and how citizens can use law. So at that point, I was still I just joined law, and it was only a couple of months, 2 or 3 months, so not too long. And I was mentioning how individuals can do a lot by filing RTIs, by filing complaints with the authorities. You yourself can do a lot. You don't have to be a licensed advocate who's practicing in the court. You can do a lot in your individual capacity as a citizen of India.
For example?
For example, you file a RTI, which is a Right to Information. So it is based on the Act, Right to Information Act of 2005. So it allows you to ask for information from public authorities, any public authorities. So anything in the government or government-sponsored universities and things like that. So I filed several RTIs and got a lot of information from different departments.
That's good.
And if you go regularly, or you just write a letter to the department, or you go to the office, they'll say, no, get lost, get out of here. Or they don't show much interest, they're disinterested. But if you file an RTI, what happens is they, first of all, are obligated to respond in 30 days. So that's an obligation placed upon them by law.
Yes.
And if they don't do that, they have some penalties. So then you have to learn to use the system to your advantage, and then ask for the information that you want through the act, and then usually you get it, or at least you get further than what you would have got otherwise.
You're better informed than you were before.
You get ahead. So suppose you want to know the phone numbers and email IDs and office addresses of all collectors in the state of Telangana. So you file an RTI for that, and then they will send you the information.
Okay.
So that information, sometimes on the websites they have it, sometimes they don't have it. And if you get this, then you have it.
You're able to contact them as and when needed.
No, you have it, whether you want to contact them or not. And if you at any point of time you do want to contact them, or you want to apprise them of some urgent matter, at that point of time you just reach out.
So it's,
but if you don't have the number, you would never be able to do
yes, that was very important. Very often I've seen certain things while going on the roads of the city. You see so many things which you feel you should like to complain about, but you don't know whom to complain, because you don't know the phone number or the mail ID. Sometimes you might see a pile of rubbish on the road, which's been there lying there for, let's say, 1 week. Sometimes roads are repaired and then the gravel is still there. It's not completely clean. It makes it very risky for people who are passing by on their own vehicles. So this kind of thing is something which we don't know whom to complain to. We don't know the mail ID, or we don't know the phone numbers. So as you're saying, RTI is a good source of getting information.
And if you look at it, you probably live in one locality. You're not going to move houses every other week. So there are only a few things. You need perhaps the electricity department, maybe the GHMC, the municipal corporation. You perhaps need the police authorities. You only need a handful of them.
Yes.
You need not know for the entire city or for the entire country. So for those things, you just make some initial attempts, and after that you have that information, and then you can continue to leverage that information for the decades to come.
So now, Prithviraj, since you're talking about public speaking, and obviously you have made quite a few speeches in public. You sound confident. So tell me, what are the few basic things that every aspiring public speaker needs to know about public speaking? What are the essentials?
Well, first thing is, I'd like to say that people who are speaking on stage, the fear, whatever you have, is usually in your own head. It's not out there. People are not thinking anything about you. And furthermore, if I were to say this, they are thinking about their own problems. And if you feel like it is 10, in your brain or heart and the heart is pounding. It is only one out there. So what you're supposed to do is, typically, even if you feel all that, you just calmly carry on. And usually, if you're able to make some progress, it'll be okay.
Yes.
And so don't focus on everything in the beginning. You don't have to figure out vocal variety, raising your voice, reducing your voice, all this. First step is to make sense on stage.
Yes.
And after you learn to make sense on stage, then you will get comfortable. Once you're comfortable, you work with your voice, improving it, raising your pitch, lowering your pitch, lowering your volume, giving pauses
Yeah.
whenever required, and things like that. So these are things that I feel anybody can do. It is
Yes.
honestly no
So do
no
you think
secret
it's
sauce,
more?
nothing extraordinary. But the challenge is, and I feel that this is important, you're supposed to do it earlier on in your life. So when you are maybe under 30, you have a plethora of mistakes to make. You can make all the mistakes you want. It's a low stakes game. You're not going to face any steep penalties for making mistakes. After 30, every day, every passing day, you take on more responsibilities, and at that point of time, it's not low stakes, it is high stakes.
Yes.
And then instead of choosing, if somebody asks you in your office, do you want to give this presentation, you say, no, I'll make the presentation, but somebody else can speak about it. And then you will forego opportunities because you don't know how to speak. And then there's no place or avenue where you can learn how to speak without fear and without risk.
Yes.
So I'd say make all the mistakes you can as soon as possible, especially if you're a law student. You need to learn to speak in public.
Definitely.
You're in a court, everybody is watching you, the judge is watching, the people are watching, the staff is watching,
And
and
your profession depends upon your talking. How
yeah,
you
you
convey.
only whatever you speak there. Of course, your research also plays a role, but if
But
you
you have
don't
to
speak,
be there,
if you
out
don't
there,
speak anything,
speak,
or you
yes.
don't leverage that opportunity, basically you've lost your shot. So
That is good. So then let's hope you carry on with your public speaking. So talking about eye contact, do you think that's important?
it is important, but not as much as people think. Especially if you go into larger audiences. If you are sitting in front of 500 people, where is the question of eye contact? Who are you going to maintain eye contact with? Eye contact only plays a role in a small, intimate setting with less than 50 people, wherein you can place your eyes in 3 or 4 different areas of the room, and you look at one area, you look at another area for a bit, you look at another
Yes.
area.
You can do that
So
with
you
500 people also.
you make them feel welcome.
Yes.
And welcome, but in a large stage type of setup, I've spoken on some large
It's a
stages.
little difficult, I know.
There are lights booming on your face. You cannot see anything. Basically, you don't know what you're speaking, and from the outside, it looks like you're speaking to them, so they don't know it,
They
but
don't.
you don't know what exactly you're doing. So,
Yes.
yeah.
That's true. That's true. We can just focus our eyes in a certain place, maybe for a few seconds here, few seconds there, just so that they feel some kind of a contact link with the speaker. As you're saying, we cannot obviously look at everybody's eyes, so we can roughly look at that area.
What eye contact does is that it makes the participant in the audience feel connected to your speech. So there's like a
Yes.
personal connection. So that's a bonus that helps. But I
What
think
about facial expression? Is that important as well?
well, facial expressions are mostly involuntary. You probably don't do much of them intentionally. There are a few that play a role. If you have a scowl on your face or you have a deadpan expression, obviously people are not going to be interested in listening to what you have to say. But they can. That could also be a style that you adopt. For example, there's this a comedian named Stephen Wright or somebody, and he says he's a stand-up comedian. So he has a deadpan expression. There's no expression on his face, and you look at him, and he speaks something. The sign said 24-hour banking. I realized I don't have so much time. And that's it. So people are laughing their guts off. But
That's of course,
so that could be part of your style.
Stand-up comedy.
Yes.
That's a different thing again.
He's on stage, he's speaking. So,
Yes.
but anyway,
They each have their own
yeah.
styles.
If you are talking like that to somebody, and then people think you're very serious, but then you just crack up because they're saying something. Yeah, so, yes.
All right. So, since you are a budding lawyer as well, I thought let's take up a role play. And do you think you will be able to? Would you play the role of a lawyer?
Sure.
And I'll be the client. So, this is a situation where a family holiday home has come to siblings. That is, there are 3 siblings, and it's come to us. So, I'm one of those siblings. Now, what has happened is one sibling wants to sell, the other wants to keep it, and the third person is sitting on the fence. He is either here or there. Now, the person since I'm one of those siblings, I feel I would like to keep it and keep it as a memento for my children, so that they can use it as a family home and be connected to their grandparents' house. It's come from our parents, it's come to the 3 children. It's a holiday home. Now, what do you think? The older one wants to sell, I want to keep, third sibling brother is also sitting on the fence. Is either here nor there. What do you think could be done in such a situation? How can the situation be resolved, and is there something legal that can be taken up in such a situation?
So, first of all, the nature of the property matters, nature of the inheritance, since it's an inheritance and not a self-acquired property. So,
it's come inheritance.
It has been inherited.
Succession, yes.
So, what it means is, assuming that you are Hindus, then the Hindu Succession Act applies. And in the Hindu Succession Act, if your parents left it to you, I mean without any will, then...
No, it's been left to us for all the 3 children.
Okay.
So
regardless, if it's a will, through a will, it's directly given to all 3 of you, so you are joint owners.
Yes, we are joint owners.
So if you're joint owners, you need joint consent, consensus among all 3 of you,
yes,
to take any decision on the property. So this is a common thing that happens.
yes.
If the property is such that it could be divided, all 3 of you can enter into a partition suit, partition agreement, where you partition the place. If it's, let us say a large property, a 1 acre or something, you might be able to partition it. Part of it you take and part of you take, you can give it to your siblings. That is a possibility. Okay. If it cannot be partitioned, let us say it is a flat, a large flat. Let us say a flat has only one entrance, and there's no.
It's a holiday home, so it's a home with garden around.
If it's a home, you could possibly maybe sell the first floor or hold on to the ground floor. These are the options available based on how you want to do it. All of this is possible through mutual consent. Whatever is done, others have to agree. So if you do it, other two have to agree. If they do it, you have to agree. This is how it is. So the only options available are all three of you come to a consensus and go ahead and do it. Legally speaking, these kind of joint ownership situations lead to only these kind of problems, and furthermore, it is better that you sort it out as soon as possible.
Yes.
Because if you have kids and then this is, since it's an inheritance, then that they also have to sign on the document and they will have their own opinions, and it will be a Herculean task to get them to agree and all that. So legally speaking, in the court you could try to file some partition suits and things like that, but it is a futile exercise. You have to, because the court might decide to partition the property and then you may not be satisfied with the share you get.
Okay.
Let us say that there's a road facing part and there's a the part which is inside, and then the road facing part goes to somebody else, and then you get something which is at the back, and you say that is the road facing part is worth 1 crore and my plot is worth 20 lakhs. I don't want this. So these are things which could happen. Again, more legal avenues can be explored, but this is basically it. You have to have consensus. All of you must agree on whatever it is that you want to do, and you must bait them. So if suppose somebody wants to sell it, and if you have the funds, you could buy it outright from them, their share. You could, okay.
Yeah, that
This is a
sounds
possibility.
possible, yes.
So if they want to sell it, they don't care who it's sold to, so they can sell it. But again, there are some things we should keep in mind if you're from purchasing from relatives or things like that. They could come back later and say claim it, say again. So in that case,
Okay.
again you're opening yourself up to litigation. So it's called exposure, unnecessary exposure. So anyway, sometimes if you're selling it, sell it to some outside person, exit completely. If you have any intention of holding on to it, and you could do that as well.
Okay, that was good. Thank you. So I feel, since you have told me, that idea that maybe I can buy from the others, or rather allow, I can buy, yes, the other people's shares, my brother's shares. That's
Buy
what
them out,
sounds
yeah.
more practical. If because they're anyhow wanting to sell. One brother is wanting to sell, the other brother is not sure. All right, so, excuse me. Could you speak on a topic, please? Just see what the topic is. Excuse me.
A project you took up in college or in your job which was appreciated. All right. So I have a couple of different projects I took up over the years, but I'll talk about the one I did in my undergrad. So I'm from a BBA, and I studied at a college called Vishwa Ishwani School of Business, which is in near Shamir Pet in Hyderabad. So I studied BBA, and apparently I was the first batch in that particular college. I was part of the first batch. We were 61 students. I was part of the first batch. So the director of the college wanted to sort of have more of a marketing campaign. So what we did was in the TV9 fair. So every year TV9 has an education fair where a lot of students come and they try to participate and try to understand more about their education, future options, whatever they want to learn about. So TV9 conducts this fair in Nizam College grounds, and so what we decided was we're going to take 15 students. This is completely my initiative, and I had all the green signals from the management and the principal, but that helped. So I took 15 students, 15 proactive students who were very interested, and sent them to be. We all went to the fair, and we were doing campaigning, talking to students directly, counseling them, talking to them, asking them what they wanted to do in life and stuff like that. So BBA, as you know, in Telugu states, and then Andhra Pradesh, uh, is not the go-to. People typically prefer either engineering, which is BTech, or medicine, MBBS. So BBA is not on the radar for most people. So BBA is sort of that option you pick when nobody else, there's no other choice. You've closed the doors on medicine and engineering. So what we did was a 3-day fair. We went there. It was a fabulous event. Our 15 students, it was every other booth just had middle-aged men who were sitting there, education officers as they call them, and compared to that, our booth was lively with so many people, and we were going all over the place, and it was everybody recognized us at the end of 3 days. Other principals of other colleges came to me and said, it's a very good thing you've done, and this is a very innovative strategy. And we were all wearing blazers because that's our uniform in business school. So that helped. That also portrayed a professional image. And the goal of 120 students, which was for the next intake, we filled the quota. The quota was full. And it was only because this kind of innovative marketing strategy, which was something that others were not doing.
Yes.
And till date, I don't think other people are doing it because they don't think students could speak and do all that. But in business school, that is what you're supposed to learn.
Yes.
So first of all of those students got a fabulous experience, and then I was sort of leading the project, so I gained a lot of appreciation for that. So yeah, it worked out very well, and college was happy, students were happy. It was also like this internship or the apprenticeship. You went out and did something.
Yeah, that was good. Anyways, business school students should know how to sell, how to present, or how to pitch their ideas. So this was one of them. You talked about your own college. And best thing is it comes straight from the horse's mouth. So people are more impressed because students are speaking about their own course. So that is more impressive, I suppose, compared to some officers sitting somewhere and talking about it. That was a good one. That was great. So those kind of projects I hope you keep taking up from time to time. And in a few sentences, Prithviraj, would you like to speak about some film which really impressed you or something like that? Just in, let's say, 3-4 sentences.
So there's a film which came out in 1958 called 12 Angry Men. And this 12 Angry Men is a movie recommended for law students. And it's an American jury. So in America, there's a jury system. So they say you are tried and your punishment is decided by a jury of your peers. You're tried in front of a jury of your peers. So the judge will pronounce the punishment, but the jury decides whether the person is guilty or not. So there was a young boy, maybe 16 or so, or 18 perhaps, I don't recall, and he was under trial for murder of somebody there in his house, or his neighbor or his father or something. And in these 12 men, so out of 12, 11 were automatically sold on the idea of it being guilty.
That he was guilty.
That he was guilty. And apparently there's some rule that says you need a unanimous verdict. You must reach a unanimous conclusion. So these 12 men were, out of these 12, 11 were already decided. They said guilty. And one man said, I don't know whether he's guilty or not. And he sort of prolonged the discussion. He started the discussion. Everybody else was like, so if you, jury duty is something that nobody likes in the US because they don't pay anything or pay a pittance, and it is considered that you are supposed to be doing your duty for the community. So jury duty, and everybody else was trying to finish it up and leave as soon as possible, but this man held it up. And so the protagonist, and none of these are known heroes, known people we know today, they're all probably long dead, but so he started the conversation, and over the span of, in the movie it was an hour or so, but it was maybe 5 or 6 hours there, it continued, the discussion continued and continued and continued. You saw what happened, how the jury deliberated and discussed, and how this man said it's possible that he was not guilty, and then another person joined and said, yes, I think I changed my verdict, not guilty. And then more people changed. Eventually, they cleared the accused as not guilty.
That's good. Since he was a young boy.
So the moral of the story here, and this is what I believe in, is that one man can bring a difference. It always starts with one. Thinking that you would want everybody to do it is a notion which is only theoretical. Nobody will come forward. I mean, everybody will never come forward. You need to start. You say yes, you put 1 foot ahead, and other people will join your cause if they feel that your cause is worthy. And just because you have joined, the 100 people might have a question. Same thing with public speaking. You probably have the opportunity to go and speak, but you will not. And then other people will take that opportunity, and you will remain behind. So I'll end with that. So one person can make a difference.
One person can. So that's great. Thank you very much, Prithvi. And there are so many good quotations about one person taking the first step. So even that first step on the moon, I think, was something like that. Neil Armstrong said that. First step for mankind, and what was it? My first step and first step for mankind. I've forgotten the exact words.
One step for man and one large step for mankind.
Something like that.
On those lines.
So taking the first step is very, very important. And I greatly appreciate the fact that you took the initiative very often. And that way you might have inspired a lot of your classmates and a lot of other people as well. So keep that up. All the best to you. And good evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, good evening and bye bye. Anybody who wishes to join, please let us know. Thank you.